Ron McCoy back with the fictional character Rob McCool. For that matter, every person portrayed in this and future editions are fictional, and any resemblance between any character and a real-life person is purely coincidental. Yes, Rob's days as a fifth grade teacher are drawing to an end. What happens to Rob next? Stay tuned. It is Friday, September 6, 2024, and you may recall that Rob McCool had received an email from his principal, Judy Hickenlooper, expressing that there had been concerns brought to her about him and that a meeting was set in the Freedom Maples conference room for 3 p.m. Rob McCool's day with his students in his classroom, while never perfect, had been incredibly great. So receiving this email toward the end of the day took Rob by surprise. Rob had a meeting with his principal, not only his principal, but also the head of human resources, Lisa Codface, about the concerns that had been presented to Rob. And as the clock ticks toward 4 p.m., all concerns have been laid out for Rob McCool. However, there are a few delightful parting remarks that still need to be made. Lisa Codface tells Rob that this is a very serious situation, to which Rob replies, "Well, it seems hopeless." And Lisa Codface replies with, "Oh, there's always hope." And then Rob McCool shocks them by saying, "Maybe I should just go ahead and resign." And I was probably as surprised as they were by what I said, and here are their reactions. Lisa Codface stumbles around and says, "Oh, well, of course, you would have to consult with the retirement system on that." And Judy Hickenlooper, with whom Rob has worked for over 19 years, says nothing. Rob heads for home, where he ruminates over what is happening to him and his career, and he decides to send out 2 Facebook messages to 2 trusted colleagues. And Rob chooses these 2 colleagues because he feels like that each of them will give him an objective opinion, not only about his personality, but also about what is happening to him. And one of those trusted colleagues says this to Rob: "So, Rob, you have described to me all of these offenses for which you have received letters of reprimand. And if I didn't know better, I would think you are being targeted." Yes, Lisa Codface tried to make it seem as if all 3 of those incidents fell into one category, and that category was rigidity. I was being too rigid. To me, it seems like instead of receiving letters for each of those 3 previous offenses, perhaps administration should have sat down, talked to you about each of those, because each of those incidences, even though they were referred to as rigid, all were very separate situations. Yes, I agree, very separate situations, and I appreciate your feedback, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do next. I'm going to ruminate on this situation and then plan my strategy from there. Rob McCool has a lot of thinking to do. Rob tends to overthink things, but in this situation, Rob wants to make the best decision. Lo and behold, as the weekend plays out, Rob decides to put a plan of action into place, and he shares that with his principal, Judy Hickenlooper. You may recall that Rob McCool's mom was staying at a place called South Terre for rehabilitation, and while Rob was visiting his mom on Saturday, September 7, he called his sister, Suzanne Avenue, and told her about the meeting that he had with his principal and with the head of human resources. And here's what Suzanne Avenue, Rob's sister, advised Rob to do. Hi, Suzanne. Yeah, this is Rob. I'm about ready to resign. Sally told me. Yeah, oh, it's bad. The head of human resources and my principal told me that I should not be doing group restroom breaks. Also, that I cannot expect students to sit up at their desks. Well, Rob, why don't you at least try to implement their suggestions? Well, yeah, you have a point. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I suppose anything's possible. Thank you. Hello, this is Rob McCool, Jack's teacher. I was just calling to check in to see how things are going in 5th grade so far. Is Jack adapting to the homework routine? Well, that's good. Remember, I am the homework hotline. Jack can always call me if he needs advice on his homework. Thank you. Yes, Rob McCool decided to call his students' parents just to check in to see how things were going with regard to 5th grade. As the weekend continued, Rob McCool put lots of thought into the feedback that he had received on Friday, and as the weekend continued, he made a resolve to address the concerns that were brought forth and sent that email, but he also called Judy Hickenlooper at home and discussed with her his plans. Hi, Judy. This is Rob McCool. I was calling because I made a resolve that I am not going to resign. Well, I'm certainly glad to hear that, Rob. Called all of my students' parents just to find out whether or not I'm a tyrant. I want to make sure that everything is okay with them. And I got all these positive comments about how much their children love school and love our routines. Also, I would like for you to mediate with my team and me. When we talked before, you said that if I went and talked to my team about the situation, it might come across as retaliation. So could you find a time for us to all meet together to mediate the situation involving me being late for recess? Oh, absolutely, Rob. We could do that during your regular team meeting on Thursday. Okay, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to starting fresh. You know, the best is yet to come. Have a pleasant evening. Rob also called and left a message for Lisa Codface. He wanted to tell her about his resolve as well. He left a message for her. Rob felt as if a new day were dawning for him as he continued to work his way through his myriad adventures at Freedom Maples Elementary School. However, he hadn't yet lived through Monday. Yes, Rob felt like he had escaped the bullet of death, and he felt like he had nothing except great things to look forward to. That Monday was literally the perfect day until the very end, when it seemed like events were conspiring against Rob McCool. Later that evening at home, Rob McCool discovers an email from his principal, Judy Hickenlooper, asking to meet with Rob because she has more concerns. Little did I know that this would be the beginning of the end for Rob McCool. Yes, there's more details coming in the next exciting edition of The Misadventures of Rob McCool. Yes, more strange twists and turns are coming in our next edition. I hope that you can join me Truly the most bizarre is yet to come.